This morning on Wake Up Northwest, Kennewick police are looking for a wanted man after a slow chase through the Tri-Cities. Also, Tropical Storm Elsa continues her path through the East Coast after making landfall in Florida and parts of Georgia. And still to come, a new business is in town, offering our community the chance to get a little taste of India. Wake Up Northwest starts right now.
From your home of the Tokyo Olympics.
Wake up, you gotta rise to the sun. And here it comes, it's time to make the best of what you got to give. And if you ever need to see a smiling face, I know right where you can find one. Each and every day, it's all about rising. You better get ready. It's all about rising. And I wanna be there.
Good morning to you. It is 5 a.m. on Thursday, July 8th. I'm Madeline Carter.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Monty Webb. We do weather every 10 minutes here on Wake Up Northwest. And I've got some good news today.
Yeah?
Sunshine and temperatures a little cooler.
Yes.
Not a lot, just a little.
Yeah,
so
it's just that little ray of hope this morning.
I know, it'll take the edge off.
Breaking overnight, Kennewick police are looking for a wanted man after a slow chase through the Tri-Cities.
And Sigmund Soroka joins us now with how he got away driving on 4 flat tires. Hey, Siggy, what can you tell us about this chase?
Thank you, Siggy. Now in fire mode, all lanes of State Route 240 West are now back open as fire crews continue to monitor a brush fire in Kennewick. I actually drove past that fire yesterday morning when it started just after 11 a.m. And if you were out on Columbia Park Trail by Edison Street like I was, you likely saw the smoke in the air. State Patrol, Washington State Patrol, they closed down one lane of 240 West because of all of that smoke. Fire crews say the fire has burned several acres. They're still trying to figure out how it started. In Findlay, a fire from the 4th of July rekindled yesterday morning and burned down a shed. Fire crews responded to the fire on East Game Farm Road around 7 a.m. No one was hurt, but investigators say it all started in a haystack, then spread to the shed, and it does bring up an important reminder for all of us.
Just remind people that it is hot and dry, and it doesn't take a whole lot to get a fire started, both in the wildland and in a structure setting.
Fire crews want you to know that fires can rekindle just like this one did. They're still trying to figure out the cause. In a scam alert, Benton PUD wants to warn the community about a scammer that's calling around town threatening to disconnect customers' power. That is, if they don't pay up over the phone. All right, if you get a call like that, just know it is a scam. Benton PUD says they will not call you or ask for your payment information over the phone. Call the police if you do get a call like that or if you know anything about it. Education news now. Vaccinated students at Walla Walla Community College are now eligible for a $1,500 scholarship. 10 students will be chosen to receive that money from the Washington lottery system. Each student who shows proof of vaccination by July 26th will be entered into that lottery for the chance to win enough money to pay for a full quarter of next year. The winners will be chosen the week of July 26th, but before then, the college is hosting a vaccine clinic for students on July 15th. That will be from 11 to 1 at the Recreation Center. Oregon Governor Kate Brown has signed an executive order directing all state agencies to limit water use. Right now, this season is Oregon's hottest and driest on record. The governor's order encourages companies and state facilities to conserve water by limiting its use in landscaping and in irrigation. Governor Brown says this will allow the state to preserve water for putting out fires. Your health now. It is summer, and you know what that means, Monty. Sunscreen, sunscreen, and more sunscreen.
Yeah, I just like to fill up the bathtub and float around in the sun.
Oh, is that like how you like to go swimming?
Yeah, exactly. It's the safest thing to do. And we all know that sunscreen will indeed help prevent sunburns. But is there any type of sunscreen that is better to use?
Good question. Well, Lindsay Jensen shows us the difference between using lotion and spray sunscreen. Good morning, Lindsay. I've been using the spray wrong for years. I didn't know you're supposed to rub it in.
I always rub it in.
Well, you're rubbing it in that you're right now.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right. Well, from that, let's move on here. We have a business spotlight this morning, and I think you're going to like this one. There's a new Indian business in the Tri-Cities, and they are selling homemade jams, sauces, and chutneys. How cool.
I hope we have some to sample a little bit later. And Alexander Rios is here to kind of tell what you can expect to find on their menu. Good morning, Alex.
Indian food is one of my absolute favorites. My mom and I, when we go to Indian restaurants, she orders a smorgasbord. Like, we try everything on the menu. It's so
well, you
fun.
have to.
And mango chutney is my favorite. That's going to be the first I
Sounds
try.
good.
All right, Monty, can you give us a little taste of our weather forecast?
I can.
I bet it's not as good.
No, it's probably not. I have turned down the heat just a little bit. So if
not too spicy.
Right. If you don't like spicy things, I think you'll at least halfway appreciate. This is a 2-star forecast, you know, on the heat scale.
Oh, yes,
Right.
I know. I'm a 1-star kind of gal, though. That's the thing.
Right. Well, I'll see what I can do.
Good morning to you. It is 6 a.m. on Friday. Yay! April 23rd today. I'm Madeline Carter. And hey, it's so good to say it's Friday, isn't it? Oh, man.
Yes,
we finally
it is.
made it, my friends. I'm Madeline Carter, by the way. Monty, of course, is here with us. He's going to walk us through our weather forecast. Monty, is our weather something to yay about?
It really is. As a matter of fact, check out the forecast. It says Friday.
Yay! Whoop, whoop. Looking ahead, it is time to clean out your medicine cabinet. Tomorrow is National Drug Take Back Day, when police departments across the nation will help you get rid of your old or unused prescription drugs. Alexander Rios joins us now with what you could dispose of tomorrow. Alex? Thank you, Alex. Now, in the fight to contain the coronavirus, Governor Inslee says Washington State has entered its 4th wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. The governor made the announcement in a news conference yesterday while joined by Pierce and Spokane County health officials. Governor Inslee pointed to recent data showing rising cases, hospitalizations, and spread of COVID-19 variants. As of April 8th, case numbers were up in people under age 50. State officials are still racing to get more people vaccinated, and demand for vaccines has lessened in some parts of the state. Health officials will reassess the data for each county again on May 3rd. Federal officials are investigating the death of an Oregon woman in her 50s who developed a blood clot and low platelets within 2 weeks of receiving the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. That woman received the shot before the vaccine was put on pause nationwide. Advisors to the CDC are preparing to meet later today to discuss the J&J vaccine. The advisory committee could either recommend resuming use of the shot with no changes made to it, or they could recommend stopping use of the vaccine altogether. Experts say it's more likely that they will resume use of the vaccine, but that it will come with a warning about possible adverse effects. They say it's also likely for the highest risk populations to be advised to steer clear of the J&J vaccine. Preliminary findings suggest both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines are safe for pregnant women. CDC researchers looked at data from vaccine safety monitoring systems involving more than 35,000 women who were expecting. They received either the Moderna or the Pfizer vaccines, and scientists found that getting vaccinated did not change or alter the woman's risk of preterm birth, small birth weight, or miscarriage. They say the risk of those adverse effects was the same as it was before they got vaccinated. Study authors do say that they need to do more studies to review the vaccine data among pregnant women. A new University of Washington study confirms that humans who test positive for COVID-19 can pass the virus on to animals that live in their same house. The study found 23 pets actually tested positive for COVID-19 antibodies, which means that they had the virus at some point. While humans can transmit COVID to pets, it's not clear yet if pets could transmit the virus to humans. As Washington State works to contain this virus, the virus itself is causing a lot of waste in our area. What do I mean by that? Well, according to the Washington State Litter Prevention Department, disposable masks make up a large amount of the litter they find. In fact, they say it's pretty close to being the #1 item they find. They say that they found as many as 60 disposable masks per mile on Interstate 5 near Seattle. State officials say that's a disturbing trend, and they ask you if you're wearing disposable masks, please just throw them away and don't litter. Let's share the good this morning. A worldwide program that started in the Yakima Valley is looking to end ALS one beer at a time. Lindsay Jensen joins us this morning with how you can help with that. Good morning, Lindsay. Thank you, Lindsay. And more of the good now coming up. The Living Room Community Church in Kennewick is hosting a food giveaway. And they're not just giving away a little bit of food, they're giving away 70,000 pounds of free food. That is a lot. And they're doing it all tomorrow. It starts at 11 tomorrow morning. This church is on the 1400 block of Garfield Street, close to Park Middle School. They do ask that if you are in need and you're heading over there, just make sure you have room in your trunk before you drive up, and stay in your car because it is just a drive-through event. All right, time to check in with Monty to find out our weather forecast. It's Friday, so I'm hoping we can say yay weather, huh?
We can't say yay weather, but we can say yay to every Friday.
Just say yay all day.
I know.
Well, now that you have to register to get vaccinated in Washington State, we've heard from many of you who are having trouble scheduling an appointment. So in hopes of making this as clear and easy to understand as possible, I came up with 3 steps you need to take to get the COVID-19 vaccine in Washington State. Step 1, confirm you are eligible using Phase Finder. So now let me show you how this works. You're going to go to the Phase Finder website through the Washington Department of Health, and all you have to do is click the Start button. You're going to enter all of your information, and then it's going to tell you whether or not you are eligible to get vaccinated. Now, when you do find out if you're eligible, you're going to get a certificate. You want to either print that out or take a screenshot because you will need it later. All right, step 2 is to make an appointment using the PrepMod website. So once you get there, you're going to click on Find a Vaccination Clinic, this big blue button. But you will see that there's a form at the top. It actually doesn't work. I talked to the Benton Franklin Health District about that, and they say they've got a request into the Washington State Department of Health to get that updated, because right now it does not produce any results. So if this happens to you, when you get to this page, just scroll past that. You don't even need to use it. Instead, you're going to go and see below all of the different locations and the dates where they are scheduling appointments to get the COVID vaccine. And this will save you a lot of time here. You will see that in this little paragraph, they've got available appointments and a number beside that. If it says 0, like it does on, it looks like all of these right now, that means that you don't want to waste your time by clicking the sign up, because here's what's going to happen if you do that. You're going to enter all this information, your health insurance, questions, family, all that, and then you're going to get to the end and there aren't going to be any appointments available. So check that number first, and if they do have an appointment open, then you're going to want to go to this page and go to get your information. And once you get an appointment, when you can, you're going to get confirmation on that as well. So make sure you print that out or take a screenshot too, because this brings us to step 3, the final step. Bring your eligibility and your appointment confirmation with you when you go to get vaccinated. So let's do a quick recap. Step 1, confirm eligibility using Phase Finder. Step 2, make an appointment on the PrepMod website. And finally, step 3, bring eligibility and appointment confirmation to your scheduled time. Now, do keep in mind, we are only at the beginning of Phase 1B vaccinations, and there are already a lot of people in line to get their first dose. That's what the Benton Franklin Health District tells me. So if you can't find any available appointments, the Washington Department of Health says the best thing you can do is just to keep checking and keep refreshing these websites. If you are able to make an appointment, though, it's important that you show up at your scheduled time.
And so we have to get those vaccines ready based on how many appointments we have. And those vaccines have to be given that day. So when people don't show up, we have to find other things to do to that vaccine so it doesn't go to waste. So if you show up lots ahead of time, then we have time to say, hey, we need 20 more people to show up or whatever, and go find those people so we can get those shots in arms and not let that vaccine go to waste.
You will find all the links that you need up on our website, and if you happen to run into any problems with Phase Finder or PrepMod, I've also included numbers on there to call for help. And for those of you sitting at home saying, well, I don't have internet access, there's an option for you as well. All you have to do is call this number here on your screen to confirm your eligibility and schedule a time. That number is 1-800-525-0127. And all of this and more is on NBCRightNow.com at the very top of our page. And also, as always, if you have any questions, you can just send me an email at madeline.carter@NBCRightNow.com. Thank you, Alex. Well, in this week's Madeline Motivates, a local doctor doesn't just write prescriptions, she takes time to connect with her patients. Dr. Jessica Schneider, CEO and founder of Empowered Health, was nominated for Madeline Motivates for her efforts to empower her patients toward better health.
It's our mission. It's to empower people and enrich lives.
What would the world be like if we all took the time to make a difference?
Listen to your heart.
Here at Empowered Health, Dr. Jessica Schneider aims to do that every single day.
I see that we're making a difference. People walk in here and at their repeat annual physical the next year, they've improved.
It starts with setting aside time for her patients.
To me, it's freedom to be able to work with patients in a capacity that actually is meaningful and makes a difference for their health and their long-term outcomes.
While many doctors' offices have you in and out in under 15 minutes, Dr. Schneider could spend up to an hour and a half with her patients at a time.
Hi, John. I'm Dr. Schneider. Go ahead and come back with me.
She sits down with them one-on-one to create a personal action plan.
Asa, tell me a little bit about what sort of movement you're getting right now.
Empowering them with the knowledge and tools they need to make educated decisions about their health.
It's holistic, it's individualized, it's precise.
It's all about empowerment.
It's the best thing I've ever done in my life is starting Empowered Health.
Physical and mental healing are part of her prescription.
It's a blessing. It's a gift. It's the reason that I went into medicine, was to be there for people when they're hurting and when they're scared.
Dr. Schneider takes time out of her schedule to make each one of them feel heard.
It is truly not uncommon for patients to cry the first time that they meet me because they're unloading so much and they're finally being heard and listened to. And it's a really special thing as a medical doctor to be confided in so many ways.
She learned from experience.
I myself had an experience when I was in high school, and I got appendicitis, but we didn't know it was that at the time, and ended up in emergency surgery at 1 o'clock in the morning as a 17-year-old thinking I was going to die. And it was truly the compassion that my doctor showed that made everything okay. And I wanted to be able to provide that for patients as well.
And now, she's one of many local motivators.
This community is powerful. Where we live, there are so many amazing leaders
who take the time to empower others in the place we call home.
I don't know how I got here and got to be part of that, and for people to be seeing me is inspiring, but I feel very fortunate.
Oh, such a beautiful story. When I sat down with Dr. Schneider, I could truly see in her eyes how passionate she is about her profession. She is one of many incredible motivators right here in our hometown. So my question for you is, do you know someone in our community who motivates you? Someone who inspires you to be a better person every day? I would love to share that person's story. Just send me their name and why they motivate you at the email at the bottom of your screen here. That's motivation@kndu.com.
And a safety alert tonight. Now that kids are out of school for the summer, they're likely spending more time on social media. But across the country, popular apps like Snapchat are often being used to sell deadly drugs. With the recent increase of fentanyl in our community, Madeline Carter shows us why now is the best time to talk to your kids before it's too late.
Just a few seconds, then gone forever. Just like that, deadly drugs could mean the last moments for your kids. When it comes to social media, dealers are out there, and they could even be right here in our community.
I've seen it physically with my eyes a lot. There are a lot of folks that are dealing drugs utilizing Snapchat.
It's a fun way for kids to connect with their friends, but like all forms of social media, Snapchat has a dark side. Nationwide, kids are dying from drugs bought while using the app. While we don't know of any deaths locally, police have seen a recent increase of fentanyl use in the Tri-Cities.
This is a problem. It is a problem nationally. This appears to be the drug of choice right now, and it's very dangerous, super dangerous.
Richland Police Sergeant Jaron Whitby is the supervisor for the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. He says dealers across the country are now going online to target younger generations.
It's around. I think it's readily available. Certainly our kids are exposed to a lot of things, right? As they interact with people, as they go about their daily lives.
But But it's not just happening on Snapchat. Kids could encounter dealers on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, to name a few. To protect them, Sergeant Whitby says now is the time to have the conversation.
I'm all for just getting that information out there, make it very clear to them that even if you're pressured, some of these decisions that you make are life-changing. One time can be life-changing.
He suggests being open with your kids about the dangers of both drug use and social media.
You don't have to be a helicopter parent to be very clear with your children, and do that with love so that they understand that you're looking out for them.
RPD and Kennewick Community Education, they're working to bring back their screenshot series, presentations to help parents take action against online predators. In the meantime, though, you can head over to the Richland Police Facebook page for a variety of resources to keep your kids safe. Live in the studio, Madeline Carter, NBC Right Now. Welcome back. Trending this morning.
Yes.
It's National Freezer Pop Day. Well, it's still early. It's the morning.
Right.
So we decided to make some of our own popsicles that just might make you crave bacon.
Say what? Do we have bacon in any of these?
No, we don't. Thank goodness.
dang it.
That sounds gross.
All right, no. So what? Well, to you maybe, perhaps, but to me, I think it sounds pretty good. So we decided to put our favorite breakfast drinks into a popsicle form. So we got cranberry. We have orange juice.
Yeah.
We may have put something else into the orange juice to make mimosas.
No. Stop it.
No, I'm just saying.
Monty put them in his.
I'm just saying that's a possibility.
Okay.
Chocolate
also,
milk.
Yeah, chocolate milk.
Yeah, and
that
coffee.
one sounds interesting. And coffee. I even made. So I've made the coffee ones yesterday. I made a black coffee and then with cream, depending on because I think you like black, right?
I do like black.
Yeah.
All right. So did you know that the ice pops were invented in 1905 by an 11-year-old boy in San Francisco?
What?
Yes. His name was Frank Epperson. So naturally, he named his frozen treats Epsicles.
Oh, that's funny. And Epperson apparently sold them for 5 cents a piece until the year 1924. That was when he filed for a patent.
Right.
Now, later on, he had kids, and his kids begged him to change the name to what we all know and love as popsicles.
They were like, come on, Pop, change your name.
Right? Well, I have to try the coffee with cream. I love a good vanilla creamer in mine.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be any good, though. Oh, it smells. Oh.
And I'm gonna try the orange juice one. It's great.
This tastes like my favorite cup of coffee in ice form.
Yeah, so
basically.
it's really easy to make, obviously. We probably all have done it.
Here's
What?
a note. The coffee one freezes very ice-like. Is yours, is it soft at all? I want to try the cranberry.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a popsicle.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a healthy alternative.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Now, the chocolate milk, we tried that one, and we're having...
Oh, it's a fail.
It's a fail. For whatever reason...
Doesn't freeze well, huh?
No, it doesn't freeze well. Well, I mean, it's frozen, but it doesn't stick onto
Obviously.
the stick.
Yeah, so if you want to try them at home, just go pick up a popsicle mold. Right. You can even make them in an ice cube tray. And I'm telling you, the cranberry is my favorite.
And this popsicle mold, very good. It has a little straw.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
really?
it does. So when it's
and
melting,
they found them at the Dollar Tree.
Right.
So go pick them up.
Yep.
All right, this is so fun. We're going to be eating these. For now, it is 6:49, and you are watching Wake Up Northwest.
We'll be right.
We're going to show you our pet of the day while we eat some popsicles. Check this out. Oh, Izzy. He wants a popsicle.
He does.